Ahoy and welcome back to the Crow's Nest, your home for all things Sea of Thieves. I'm Captain J, and today we're heading back to the speculation department and talking about my top 10 requests for the game. Sea of Thieves is shaping up to be a completely immersive pirate experience with tons of promising content to come, so aside from what we know is definitely coming soon, many of you have asked what direction I think the game should head in. So here's a look at my own personal wish list of features or mechanics I'd love to see in Sea of Thieves. As you make a name for yourself in Sea of Thieves, it's only fitting your legend grows. What better way to illustrate that than your own customized pirate flag? A pirate flag is one way your stories can precede you as you progress through the game, where players from around the world will be able to identify you as one of the most fearsome pirates to ever sail if you so choose, or maybe acquire unique flag insignias for completing a difficult task in-game. One way to add this customization is something similar to Battlefield's emblem creator, with less layers so we can avoid any extra naughty emblems. When it comes to being the pirate we want to be, customization is at the forefront. Everything from hairstyles, tattoos, clothing, body size, we should be able to create an image of ourselves as we see fit. But let's not leave it only on the character. Extend that customization deep into ships as we create our very own vessel, modeled exactly down to what we want. Different cannon styles, sails, and more. Let's have it all customized, and let's add more of these types of items to the roster as we accomplish in-game achievements. More and more titles are getting into the fun of holidays in-game, and I think Sea of Thieves should too. Things like Halloween and Christmas events are becoming staples in the video game industry, and I think that's a great start for Sea of Thieves. A pirate-themed Halloween event or another holiday in-game. But don't just limit yourself to real-world events. I hope Rare creates new festivals and holidays that all pertain to the lore of the world, as well as introduce some exclusive loot to coincide with these events. We all like shiny things, so it makes sense to go after some shiny loot. I hope we get some epic legendary gear, weapons, and ships that are unique in style, but how do you get those items to begin with, you ask? After a very long multi-part quest that takes you all over the world of Sea of Thieves, searching for hidden treasure and hunting down legendary monsters. Make these items and quests a long-term investment for players that will be worth the payoff at the end of the long journey. Imagine a place for pirates to meet up, drink some grog, talk about their latest adventures, and team up with other crews. A social space is a feature I think Sea of Thieves needs as it helps build and engage the community. Seek out potential allies and plan your next move here in the taverns, but be careful. It's a pirate's life after all, so be careful who you put your trust in. A living, breathing world filled with dynamic events would be so cool to see. Apart from the usual quests and riddles, a world that is constantly changing and evolving with actions and consequences happening constantly would be amazing. Imagine you sail by an island, watching as a skeleton army commanded by an undead captain lays siege to it. You decide not to engage the skeletons for fear of danger. Next time you sail by that island, it's still under their control until we, the players, get involved and help clear it out. A real world with real actions and events taking place would be icing on the cake. Are you trying to become the next Blackbeard or maybe the next Jack Sparrow? Do you want your legend to spread deep through the world? A leaderboard system would be a great way to keep track of the top pirates and crews on the open seas. Perhaps through a wanted poster or other bulletin board located somewhere in the social space. Climb to the top of the ladder to become the pirate you want to be. How do you ask? Implement a bounty system of some sort where those top crews and players gain notoriety in the world, but figuratively have a target on their backs as players from all over try to topple them. Aside from riddle quests, I'd love to see puzzles make it into the game. From classic gaming puzzles all the way to jumping puzzles where you have to watch your step, challenge the players and their wits with puzzles that ask us to solve varying degrees of difficult challenges. Each of these puzzles could have a very nice prize sitting at the end. The trick is, you need to get there first. I would love to see dungeons in Sea of Thieves. Think Indiana Jones for a moment. No, not the Crystal Skull, we don't talk about that. The real Indiana Jones. Whispers of treasure sitting deep inside a cave hooks you. You and your crew set out to explore these rumors, and then you find it. Inside the cave lies deadly traps and winding paths. Each step could be your last as you seek out your prize. These types of dungeons could be hidden throughout the world, begging for players to explore and find them. Lastly, and probably the most important aspect I'm looking forward to in Sea of Thieves is replayability. The fact that we as players can come back time and time again to enjoy the game. Whether we play daily, every few weeks, or every few months, there needs to be some sort of hook for us to sink our teeth into. The content can't be too repetitive as players will tire out, so a new and changing scenery will keep players, both new and veteran, engaged. The Rare team has acknowledged they do have plans for live events and campaigns in Sea of Thieves, so some of those concerns are already being addressed. At the end of it all, these are just some of my ideas for Sea of Thieves. I'd love to see these somehow implemented in-game. What do you think of the list? Which feature or mechanic would you implement? Let me know in the comment section below. That's all for today, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more Sea of Thieves content. As always, I'm Captain J, and until next time, fair winds and following seas.